Hello, and welcome to Revolution's Virtual Learning Exchange. This is the second in our series of 3 virtual community learning exchanges supported by Inspiralba and the Scottish Community Alliance. Make sure to check out the case study alongside this video for more information.
Welcome to Moray and our stunning scenery. Miles and miles of beautiful coastline. Amazing wildlife. And you could never forget the whiskey. On our gorgeous Highland cruise. Sadly, we also have poverty, which is where we come in. Let me give you a little bit of a background. Back in 2017, Moray School Bank was formed to support families experiencing poverty in Moray, to help with school uniform and warm winter items. The families that we worked with told us that they were stuck in their situation and that they needed one-to-one help to be able to move forward. But Moray School Bank also needed to find a way to be sustainable, with grant funding becoming difficult to achieve. So the board looked at their skills, their knowledge and their experience, and they came up with the idea that we could deliver training and development to businesses which would generate revenue and also create a profit, and where 100% of that profit would be used to support families one-to-one, those very same families. And this is where Revolution Scotland was initially formed. And this is the point at which it gets very interesting. We're now in May 2019 and we began producing our first business plan. By August, I had started an elevator course to help me kickstart the business. Whilst I was on the course, I learned an awful lot about entrepreneurial skills, but I also attended a seminar where I learned about a legal structure called a community benefit society. The way that it works is it's like any other social enterprise. The difference is it's owned by the community, as they can buy community shares. So that means that they're investing in our training and development business, where we will provide 100% of the profit to support families locally with progression coaching, counselling and supporting Moray School Bank. Fast forward a couple of months and we found ourselves in the midst of coronavirus, where the whole country went into lockdown. And we found ourselves in the midst of a global pandemic. So we paused to take stock and began to pivot. Challenge 1.
Just as lockdown happened, our registration with the FCA was delayed as they needed a letter from the Scottish Government to say that they agreed to the word Scotland in our name. When we contacted them, they advised that due to the pandemic, they couldn't confirm how long it would take to action our request. So the simplest solution was to change our name, which is where Revolution for Good was born.
Challenge 2. Our Oscar registration took 6 months. Challenge 3. We either love it or hate it, but we've all had to get used to Zoom.
We quickly identified that traditional methods of training and development were not going to be possible in this current climate. Therefore, we set about redesigning our courses to enable them to be delivered virtually to any location in the UK from our head office. This is a marked change in direction for myself as an L&D professional, because I've traditionally delivered training in a classroom environment face-to-face with delegates.
Challenge 4. So some of the changes that we've had to make have been really positive. Initially we had a small project planned where we would offer some free counselling to families using some trainees from the local college. Since COVID-19, our demand has tripled, and that has meant something really exciting for us. It means that we have been able to set up a new counselling service that is registered with the BSAP. So we now have 4 trainees, 3 qualified counsellors and a lead clinician who are going to be offering free counselling to families that are experiencing financial hardship, and a counselling service which will generate revenue for everybody in the community. This is really exciting and it's looking to launch in the next couple of weeks, so we're very excited about kind of getting that off the ground. Challenge 5. So our plan was to focus on building the business and then look at working on the charitable part of the organisation, offering our support services. COVID-19 meant that this was going to be quite difficult because demand had tripled. So what we looked at is how could we deliver our support services before we start to generate income. And that's where we began to make some changes. So using our online classroom, we set about redesigning the coaching course that we would have delivered. And we then offered it free to participants who agreed to volunteer to work with families once they'd completed the course. And that gave us the opportunity to test the online classroom specifically for the coaching training. And do you know, I know I was really nervous, but actually what I found was I really enjoyed it and it was a huge success, as you can hear from a couple of the participants.
I just want to take this opportunity to let everybody know about the coach training that I've just participated in. It was amazing, really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It's enabled me to enhance my own skills and develop myself further. It's encouraged me to actually work on myself, but also give me the opportunity to be able to support the people I work with in a much more effective way. Part of the training was online, which I was a bit hesitant about at first, but we still were able to get that connection as a group, and we were able to still develop all those skills and learn everything we needed to learn over a Zoom meeting. But yes, it was really good. I would encourage anybody and everybody to give it a go, just to support themselves.
Hi there. The Zoom coaching training sessions delivered by Revolution for Good's Debbie Weir were highly interactive, engaging, fun, informative, great experiential learning, well presented, good handouts and tools for my tool bag as a practitioner. I feel well prepared now with great skills for empowering others through progression coaching, and I highly recommend this coaching training. Gold stars all around.
Challenge 6. So last but not least of our challenges is launching of our share offer, which traditionally we would go out and speak to everyone, speak to community groups and businesses, and go to events and actually just speak to the public and inspire them from the heart about what we do, and encourage them to invest in shares in our organisation. We've this beautiful shiny document which we spent a long time creating, and COVID-19 took away from us the ability to go out there and speak to the public. So we had to completely pivot and make a completely different method of marketing. So myself and one of the other trustees embarked on a digital marketing diploma to make sure that we get this right. So our share offer would have launched back in April. It actually didn't launch until the 28th of September, so it's currently active. And we're looking to raise £40,000. We have had to create a digital marketing plan where the majority of our marketing is online, looking at social media. So we have so far managed to raise £11,400 in the last 3 weeks, which is amazing. We've got 3 weeks left of our campaign and our target is £40,000. So we've just got everything crossed. But yeah, COVID has really made that very difficult for us. So on reflection, do you know, there's never a great time, I think, to start a revolution. We just decided that regardless of COVID, we have to do it. And for us, the things that we've had to navigate have been less about social distancing and PPE, and making sure that there's hand sanitizer and floor markings and one-way systems, but more about making sure that we adjust the delivery of our business and what our business is offering to meet the demand post-COVID, because we are going to be in a completely different world and the business that we were offering is very unlikely to be needed. So we have had to completely pivot and make major changes. But we're really excited, so watch this space.